Hello and welcome to the Pigeon Tarot. I'm made some changes and I'm having to reauthorize some stuff, so let me where is the login button? Sign in with Twitch. There we go. Authorize. Thank you. Okay. Hopefully that worked. I don't know. I guess we'll see how things go. Hello, V. Dot. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Let me get things adjusted over here. I think we are in about the right location. And open the queue. Silly me. There we go. There we go. Oh gosh. Okay, no, wait. I need to reconnect this. Connect. I knew there was something I was missing. Okay. Connect. Yes. Does that mean we're connected? Does that mean we're good? There we go. The queue is open. Hopefully. Let me close it and open it again. All right. All right. There we go. Well. You know what? There was something that I wanted to read on. Let me see if I saved the page because I wanted to answer this person and I realized I did not save it. Dang it. Let me go back to the page and maybe I can find it. I feel like it'd be a good warm-up question. So I can talk nonsense. Well. I don't see it. Well. Oh, here we go. I found it. So, I thought it was interesting how this person laid out the cards. Intuitively laid out the cards. Let's see if I can actually see what these cards are. So, can we recreate this? Ace of Pentacles. So this is someone who's just, they were asking for help on an interpretation that they did for themselves. And I just thought it was, I don't know, something drew me to it. What is that? 10 of Pentacles? I don't know. I've been seeing the 10 of Pentacles a lot. Maybe that's why. Give me them cup, boys. Give me them cups. Okay, we did have a 6 of Swords in the mix. We had that cup and the 7 of Cups. And a Queen of Wands. Why are these cards freezing cold? Oh my goodness. Did I already pass the Queen of Wands? Give me that Queen. Alright. So they had it set up to where they had the 8 of Cups here. They had the 7 of Cups here. They had the 10 of Pentacles in reverse here. They had the 6 of Swords reversed. The Ace of Pentacles upright. And I'm just missing my Queen. Yes, Queen. We love the Queen of Wands. She is a strong, independent woman. Do we like that? And you know, I was going through some other people's interpretations of cards. Because sometimes I like to, you know, get ideas. And I really realize how limited people are when they don't read reversals. And I always say, don't start reading reversals. It's intimidating. It's a lot. It's hard to find one singular source that agrees upon what the reverse meanings are. So it just adds a lot of confusion when you're trying to learn cards. But when I was seeing these people reading cards upright, it didn't make sense to me. The meaning is just like, no, that's not what that means. And then that's just me nitpicking, really. Okay, so the question, where do we stand? Where do we stand? What is the background? X and I got into a fight, and don't we love some good tea when it comes to exes? I don't know. I tried to reach out to them last week, but it ended up in just another argument. I was just trying to make things right and apologize and understand them, and they have been silent since Friday. Okay. Left them on red. Okay. And that's when you know you're not really dealing with the most mature individual. When it's like they're not wanting to listen to you, and then it causes you to kind of latch on and like, no, you need to hear this. You need to hear what I'm trying to say. You need to hear this point. Just let me say what I need to say. I need to say it. And the other person's like, no, nah, I'm not listening to you. Frustrating situation, but I think that just kind of shows that these are two individuals that just are not going to work out together anyways if we can't be open and listen to each other, right? Red flag right there. So, wanting to dive into this relationship tea. And so it seems like they're reading it. 1, 2. Oh, we got the wrong. This is the King of Wands. That's what happened to you. Look, I was in a abusive relationship for a while. And that was the big thing. Like, just shut up. Just stop talking. You're talking too much. You're saying too much. I'm just like, no, I need you to hear me. I need to tell you what's going on with me. Like, I need you to listen to my feelings and my thoughts. And, you know, it pushes you and makes you, like, anxious. I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but it's just like, not being heard is infuriating. And it's like, in a way, taking power from you. And I guess that's the game they're playing. Try to take that power from you. We're getting kind of deep here. I can't find my King of Wands. Where are you, sir? That King of Wands like, I don't want to get involved in this. Come on. Don't put me on blast here. That's a swords. I'm just talking also. Normally we don't start this way. We normally dive into questions, but you know. It's cool if you're fine with listening to me rant. All right, so here we got 1, 2, 3, 4. It's interesting. They said they pulled this spread intuitively. And I don't know. That's such a weird way to draw cards. Maybe it works. Maybe we'll figure something out ourselves here. I love when people create their own spreads. Of course you can ask a question. Boom, boom. So it's like a little clock here and then boom, boom. All right, we got that. We got that. Okay, so first position here. Where are they emotionally right now? That 7 of Cups is that card of fantasy. There's really no, like, everything's up in the air. There's no solid thing behind this relationship. Neither of these people know what they want, know where they're going, or I feel like have a lot of maturing themselves to do. They need to face reality. And here we might be avoiding facing reality. So how are they feeling about me? The 8 of Cups. I think this is a sign that they're ready to move on. That 8 of Cups is when we're leaving behind the past. We're leaving behind the emotions. We are moving on. He is ready to let this go. So we're done emotionally. This guy's gone. We're not going to reach him. Why haven't they reached out? King of Wands. The King of Wands, again, he knows what he wants, and he's going to go after it. He's ready for his own adventure. He's ready to be on his own. Now, the King of Wands tends to be a good person when it comes to being able to speak our mind and very charismatic. And I feel like with the King of Wands here representing him, why hasn't he reached out? Because I feel like he doesn't think that he's going to be heard or he's going to be recognized either. Like, there's no talking our way out of this situation at this point. So he wants to, even like we see this guy looking away from everything else, he wants to move on. He wants to move past this. 10 of Pentacles, what do they want to happen between us? The 10 of Pentacles, he doesn't really want anything at this time. That 10 of Pentacles, when it's in reverse, is like, you know, nothing is guaranteed. We don't know what the future holds. And this may be like the fact that we don't want to face our long-term goals, right? So I do think these are just two people that have their own growing that they really need to do. It's not working out in the relationship together. Now it's interesting because I pay attention a lot to the colors in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. All blue background over here, all gray over here. That blue should be like refreshing, like we're ready to calm and bring peace to our lives. Like we want to settle things down. And so moving away from this situation is going to be the solution to bringing peace back in. And the future here is kind of gray and cloudy. We're unsure. We really don't know what the future holds. The gray, gray can be calming in a sense, but it can be like stifling in a way too. Anyways, that kind of has nothing to do with anything. So, what do we have next? The next time we meet, what energy should I bring with me? What energy should I bring with me? That 6 of Swords is needing to move on. Now, we don't know where we're going. And we're kind of leaving it open. Like, I think that they just need to leave it open. Y'all might come back together. It's possible. We don't know what the future holds. But at this point, it is time to go our separate paths, even if we're not sure of which direction we're going. And I think they need to show that in themselves. Like, they need to be ready to make that decision to move on. And then outcome of things if they continue this way. And that Ace of Pentacles is really interesting. This is someone else's spread that I was interpreting, giving my 2 cents on Apple. The Ace of Pentacles. And to me, again, that feels like that open-ended question. We might still have this opportunity in the future where we meet together again. There may be more opportunity for this relationship, or there may be other opportunities away from this relationship. And I think that's just a sign, like, don't latch on too tightly to this person. Let them go. Let them go on their journey. You go on your journey. Figure things out. Figure out how you need to grow, how you need to become that mature adult. And see what other opportunities lie ahead, or what new opportunities lie ahead. Don't be stuck here. So I really think that both of them just need to kind of grow on their own. He doesn't want to talk things out. He's still trying to figure out his life. She wants to latch on to him, but nothing is guaranteed, right? That's my interpretation on this person's reading. All right. All right, all right, all right. What is going on? Type she. That's it, man. There's Tyson. It may look similar to how I've shown every other picture of him, but he prefers to sleep on his back. He's doing well in recovery. I'm sleeping on his back again. Oshoka. Well, VDOT. VDOT, did you want to ask a question? Also, I didn't know this, but this is an albino squirrel and it's pink, okay? I posted, well, I'm not really doing daily tarots anymore, but I did do a little 2-card post on my Insta. And I thought the combination of the Magician and the Devil was very, I don't know, like getting ourselves into trouble. What a crazy pairing to have. The Magician and the Devil. Both those energies, I feel like, do not go well together. Well, I already told VDOT that they could have a reading. And Apple, you have infinite patience. So, since we want to delve into love, what is going on in V.'s love life? Shouldn't you know what's going on in your love life? Ah, you got the devil. Oh, gosh. All right. So, right away, we have the devil here. We have the Seven of Wands. Like, there is some big thing that we need to get past in order to make movement when it comes to love. This is a big obstacle, but after at the end we have action. So it's not something you can't move past. It's not something you can't overcome. It's not the worst thing in the world. So the Nine of Pentacles, my little Princess of Pentacles, tends to get into overindulgent behavior. And so that paired with the devil, that little lusty devil, like maybe your priorities when it comes to love haven't been in the best place. So in a sense, you are kind of creating your own obstacles here. I think you need to define more what it is that you want when it comes to love. If you want love, or are you just looking for that intimate partner? You can't, you can have both, but I do think you need to figure out what it is that is most important and that you want to focus on, because right as it is now, either or is going to kind of interfere with finding a relationship, if that's what you want. So, we must kind of overcome that, learn how to hold ourselves back, learn how to kind of let go. Now, the devil it doesn't necessarily have to be like lusty ideas either. The devil can be just a trap that we've created for ourselves. So it could be some idea or some ideal that we're like, this is how this person needs to be. They need to look this certain way. They need to act this certain way. They need to have this certain background. And when you do that, you really limit yourself in finding the person that you actually connect with. So just think about, being open and like not partaking in too much too soon. We need to be a little bit more mindful about the pursuit if we want a relationship. Mm-hmm. Now, if you're just wanting to, go out and have fun and have a good time, I think eventually we're going to hit this wall where it's not going to be so fun anymore. So again, we just need a better definition of what it is that you want when it comes to your love life, and actually take some active steps to pursue that. And then you will see Eight of Wands is all about action. So things will happen for you. Things will fall into place. It's not bad. That's what I got though. Not only like things will fall into place, like Eight of Wands is fast movement to your goals once you stop whatever it is that you're getting yourself into. Yes, Apple. Less castle and more cards. But then we'll have to cut off some of Garbodor. I only do 4 cards. All I want to do is 4 cards. I feel like time-wise, 4 cards is right. Cut him. Wow. It's gonna cut out Garbodor. I forget where my castle is. I was going to try to adjust it, but I don't know what folder I've got it in. Is that it? That's it. Okay. So, let's see. We could, because I want to keep Tyson in the picture, obviously. But we could move it over a little bit. All right, so hide that and browse. There we go. Done. There we go. I don't know if you can tell. We've got a little bit more room here. My desk is covered with markers and pencils now. This has also become my drawing space. I see this little white pixel here, and that's gonna drive me nuts. I need to clean that up. All right, so what if they're, oh, that's not your question. What is your actual question? Quinn. Do people name their kids Quinn anymore? I'm just kind of rambling. Should you pursue Dag Shoddy with the caboose or the curly redhead? Should we pursue the shorty with the caboose or the shorty, the non-shorty, the curly redhead? Shorty with the caboose, curly redhead. Shorty with the caboose or curly redhead. Ooh. Oh. Huh. Neither. The Ace of Wands is that kind of boring card. Mundane is the word that I use for it. The Four of Wands. Not wands. Four of Swords is more like stressful. So, would you rather be bored or have some excitement, but it'd be kind of stressful? Let's see what we have. We have other cards, so we'll see. The Empress, the Three of Pentacles. Okay, so next step. Even though the curly redhead may cause some strain on you, better chance that something can come of it. Whereas this person with the caboose, the Empress, nothing really grows here. And we even start to feel detached. Let's see what lucky card number 3 is. Page of Pentacles, Queen of Wands, Page of Pentacles. The most practical decision. The most practical decision. Maybe that's the person that you're more likely to be able to build a successful future with, even though we're not as, it's more boring. So, you know, if you don't mind boring, if you're ready to settle down, that may be the way to go. The Queen of Wands here, when it's in reverse, interesting. I almost think these should be flip-flopped, but the Queen of Wands is more selfishly pursuant. So to me, it feels like this may have a better long-term reward, where this one may be more short-term satisfaction. So honestly, even though Shoddy with the caboose wasn't my first pick here, it does seem like something better could grow from it. And where we might get along here, we might be compatible, there's still, you know, we're still kind of focused on our own lives and our own selves. So it might not be as easy to grow a committed relationship this way. You need more clarification. Hello, Sailor Dune, by the way. A good luck charm. Oh, excuse me, choking on bits of tea. Heck. My brain knows what it's doing. Hair balm. Yeah, we got problems with Pigeon and hairballs, I'm gonna tell you. Alright. I'm not supposed to eat the tea. Well, I add this spice mixture to my tea, and I think I put too much cinnamon in it, so I think that's what I'm... Alright. We got one charm for each. I don't know. Well, the charms tend to all be pretty good, so I don't know if that's going to give us much clarification. We have... Ooh, Ghost with a hat. Alright, and a little broom. And we have a castle. A castle. So the ghost is about the accumulation of the experiences. So this feels like a relationship that's only going to get better with time and shared experiences. So it may be boring, but the time that you do have together will be significant. So I like seeing it for that. If you want to, I would say, kind of bring better change to your life. Not that exciting change, but like just where you feel content. This isn't a bad card to have here. Moving forward. What's that castle mean? The castle. Oh, the castle. I see. The castle, the meaning I gave it has to do with idealization. Idealization. So we think of that castle that we want, that perfect future, that beautiful house, that money that we're just, it looks pretty on the outside. But it's probably something that we're not going to attain. Very easily, at least. You don't just go get a castle. So, the idea may be a little bit better than the actual experience, and that's maybe why we have that Queen of Wands there. Our charm bowl is this little Halloween bucket cauldron. But it kind of just looks like that. So overall, I think if you are looking for that person to settle down with in the long-term future, shorty with the booty, or whatever we said, is more the way to go. That's what I see. Tyson, are you harassing the guinea pigs? Thank you, Apple. Not that you're going to pursue either of them, but... Sailor Dune. A clear Well, the thing is, even if it was a clear glass bowl, it's just sort of a mess. Is that appealing? And I've got other things in here, like my little mushrooms. Little mushrooms. I think there's a little, Oh, and there's an actual charm bracelet. Little teacups. And then I have my little voodoo doll that sits inside of it because the cats, or at least Pigeon, likes to dig in there. Ew. Yeah, that's like what you find at the bottom of your purse. Pennies, cough drops, and old buttons. Buttons. At least my aunt would always have buttons lying around. So, sort of curious what this person's karma would be for being so deceptive for Sailor Dune. How would we like to... Are you being nice to the guinea pigs? Yeah. What symbol would we love to give this person? Or letter, or really anything to refer to them as? R. R. All right. What karma shall R receive for being so deceptive? The Magician reverse is the card of deception. The Wheel of Fortune, that can be a card of karma. That deception will definitely find its way back around. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. I need Tyson. Tyson, come here. The Lovers. So it does seem like at least karma will be felt in relationships, in love. Oh, you already know that. I think he will have a lot of difficulties in the future. Is it a he? Did I even? Yeah, he. He will have a lot of difficulties in the future finding somebody who he is compatible with, somebody who, you know, wants to stick with him. So it's not just like one time karma's going to get him in this one way. It's more like he's going to continue to experience difficulties in his relationships. And that's probably because he's going to do this to multiple people. It all catches up. He used spirituality to manipulate you. Ugh. That's just ick. 9 of Swords. All right. So, continued anxieties and fears. I feel like he is creating his own trap for himself. Like if he believes anything that he really has said to you when it comes to spirituality or anything like that, I think that he may actually have some real fears tied to some of it. I think he will definitely feel the karma that he is receiving. And he will have to pay. Judgment. That's an interesting card. Judgment in reverse. And sometimes with that judgment in reverse, it's very hard for someone to see what they're doing wrong. So he's going to probably think, you know, he's going to take this karma as the idea that he is being persecuted, like he is undeserving of the pain that he is receiving. He has been, you know, so great. The judgment is not very good awareness of your actions and how they brought you to the situation that you're in. And 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups is almost like being pushed out, you know? Usually that's a departure, but I feel like he'll have no other choice but to move away, move beyond, you know, he's going to have to leave what he truly cares about behind. And Ace of Swords is still that lack of clarity. He's not gonna understand why these things are happening to him. Again, he has this very closed mind, this very stupid idea. I say stupid, but he's not gonna understand. So he definitely will receive karma. But whether he'll actually view that as karma or, like I said, he's a victim and everything is happening to him and forcing him to move away, forcing him to leave what he cares about. So let's see what you said. I've missed some of this. Self-help and spiritual books. But then he did something really messed up, out of character. So kind of going against, you know, this, yeah, I understand that. You have this weird thing where if a person really tries to block your blessings, they get smacked super hard. You had an ex cheat on you, and he was a DJ and a gamer, and a few days later, his house was hit with lightning, and it fried his turntable and gaming consoles. Dang! So, what can we say? Any kind of emotional distress, I think, that you have felt in this connection is definitely what he is going to experience, if not 10 times as worse. Whether he understands it, who knows? Is he going to change who he is? Probably not. He seems kind of like a lost cause, honestly. I don't think any self-help book is going to help him. He's got to really kind of want to change his own character here. But it doesn't look pleasant. Praise Jesus. Oh, goodness, Sailor Doom. Don't worry, the universe will take care of it. Thank you. Tyson. Pigeon was eating. Tyson came over. Wasn't even hungry because he just ate his own food. Pushed her away. She dropped food on the floor and he went after the piece that she dropped. He's such a butthole. Leave her alone, Tyson. Y'all, come here. Oh my gosh. Come here. Come here, Pidgey Bubba. Where did you go? Come here, Pidgey. Pidgey, come here. Come here. Come here, little girl. Nah, she's pissed. Well, anyways, any more readings, or shall we go back to the internet to dig up some more tea? I've been trying to find, like, posts from people who aren't getting very many comments to see if I can give my 2 cents. When am I going to make more cards? I don't know. I'm not we had the idea of the Lover's card being an ant colony, or it was an ant with fungus. And so my idea was like, as long as they are working together in harmony, then everything's okay. But as soon as, you know, one or the other gets out of hand, you know, that fungus is going to overtake the... Well, the point is like a symbiotic relationship or a parasitic relationship. That was the idea that we were going with. The Lover's card is difficult. And that's kind of where we got stuck. Someone said they really liked my Crescent Deer card. That was so sweet of them. But then also, like, I don't know that I can draw ants either. I just thought it would be cute to draw some, like, little cute mushrooms. But I guess the ant would need to have, like, mushrooms on him. If we're still going with this idea. And then I'm still, like, trying to decide how we're going to do the suits. And so my idea of the different suits, you know, of course, swords is going to be an animal that's in the air. Cups is animals in the water. What else is there? I don't even know. This ant is weird looking. I guess this is like the middle part where the legs come out. Tyson, are you being bad? Probably. How many legs? Of course ants have 8 legs. Of course. Why do I only count 1, 2, 3, 6 legs on this ant? Oh, because arachnids have 8 legs. I'm retarded. I'm sorry. I don't mean to use the R word.
Jeez, bro. You can't say that anymore.
Oh, gosh. Well, I mean, I plan on still using, I think, the symbols. I mean, like cups, swords. I don't know. I haven't thought that hard ahead either. That far ahead. Oh, the R word's making a comeback. SMH. I don't know what kind of fungus he has a little chef hat now. The fungus ant may be too much. We might not understand that concept. And then like one big fungi. I'm not in love with the idea. I mean, I kind of am, but not enough to make a card out of it. I don't think anything is going to really top the frog for me. I don't know, I really like the panda too. Stress. Praying mantises. Well, I don't know that I'm just in love with drawing bugs either. Oh, they're praying for each other. I mean, the praying mantises kind of makes sense because, you know, we got to get together, but then the female eats the head of the man or whatever, chops his head off. But, you know, I'm really going to get canceled. First, saying the R word, and then second, making women seem like evil praying mantises. It doesn't always happen that way. You didn't retain any of the info, so you could be all wrong. I got you. What else? What other animals kind of represent a horrible, toxic love relationship? You've been single too long. Animals that represent horrible love relationships. 10 or 5 animals you shouldn't take relationship advice from. The anglerfish. Sea otters. What? Sea otters? We don't want to take love relationship? Male sea otters have multiple female partners and typically only spend a few days with each one. When they get down to business, the male holds the female's head or nose with his jaws, often scarring the lady forever. Once they've done the deed, he goes off to copulate with another female. That's a pretty toxic relationship. Sorry, Tyson is being annoying. Hi, little boy. Come here. Come here. Ooh. Lobsters. Which they just sleep around. That's He's been very good with the giant flower on his head. He was having a really hard time with the plastic cone, and he didn't understand how it worked. So he would just stare straight up at the sky. This soft cone is doing much better for him. But he's so itchy. Garbo bought it for him. They don't give complimentary anything. They make you pay for the plastic cones they give you as well. You don't have to buy it, I guess, but it's like, you have to. The nursery web spider. A timid male spider brings a lady some deliciously wrapped treats. And it is quite cute. But the only real goal here is for the male to mate with the female before she eats him. Sometimes he just makes a fake present with nothing inside. Or wraps the gift and then eats it because he gets hungry on the way. It says maybe that's why the female spider eats him. Well, yeah, I mean, like, you gotta get rabies shots. I don't know, someone I work with was talking about how she took in a bunch of puppies from her neighbor once and, like, all but one of them died of parvo. And I'm just like, all you had to do was go get them all parvo shots. Like, that's fudged up. Parvo is a horrible disease. Or parasite or fungus. I don't know what parvo is exactly. Bacteria. But it's horrible. Horrible for them to get and go through. Yeah. Sir, don't try to give yourself a bath on the table. Come on. Have some decency. All he can do is lick his collar. He can't even bathe himself. I'm not really finding what I want. Sir. Why does nobody come get readings? Animal randomizer. Why did Garbo let his sub expire? Let's see who the big person in tarot is. Come on. Okay, you're not doing what I want, Twitch. This is cringe. There we go. Nope, there's not very many viewers, it don't look like. 52 viewers. That's how much it was last time I looked. All of us are at like 1 except for a few of these guys. It's because of this magical girl VTuber. Oh, thanks for the sub, Garbo. That's so kind of you. Tyson, you chase everyone away from the streams. I don't know. I wanna do readings more than art right now. More than art. Oh, I'll never be an anime waifu. Oh, that's not what I want. I don't actually want to be an anime waifu. And I really don't want to pay for anything. Everyone says that dating is cooked. Even you want to be an anime waifu. Is anime cooked, chat? No, wait. Dating. Is dating cooked, chat? Gosh. What's the point of dating at this point? Interesting. Dating feels like an impossible game of Minesweeper. It's not that hard. People just gotta stop being shit. And it's so funny because, like, people want to date. Or some people want to date, but they are so fearful to communicate. They don't want to talk to the other person. They want the other person to reach out first. So either that person really doesn't want to talk to you, or they're sitting on the other side thinking the same thing. Why isn't she talking to me? Yeah, I think it's probably something there. Social media did kind of ruin relationships in a way, in a sense. I do think it's kind of interesting. All right, I just read this. I don't want to get in trouble here. But I wouldn't. So this person is saying that they've been friend zoned and they went on a date with this girl and they thought it went really well, and then at the end of the date all they did was hug and then left, right? I've had I don't remember my date with that person. But typically, if I wasn't interested in the guy, that's where our date would end, yes. There'd be a hug and be like, okay, talk to you later. Like, we'll set something up again. Like, that's if I wasn't really interested in continuing things, the hug was a polite thing to do. I don't see the hug as any more than that. I don't know why we went off on that, but I just thought the post was interesting. Because they were like, should I have seen the signs? Maybe. Maybe. And you know, it kind of goes a different way too, because like, if the guy really didn't do anything and we ended in a hug, it kind of felt like he wasn't interested either, right? So it's kind of like, all right, this is where we leave it. Are you okay, Tyson? Can you breathe? I did not explicitly say that, Apple. I'm just saying that if all that happened was we walked out of a movie theater and I gave you a hug, that's probably the last time that we're really going to be going on a date. Maybe I'm just not used to people being respectful. It was interesting. There was a guy that I dated, and it didn't last long, but he was like the first guy that I dated that like didn't try to hold hands or anything like that. And at the end of the date or like after, he was like texting me, I don't remember. But he was like, was it weird that I didn't hold your hand, or did you notice I didn't hold your hand or something like that? Like he brought that up. And I was like, yeah, I thought that was kind of weird. Like I assumed that you weren't interested. Hello, Avakumax. So, if you try to be respectful, but then you like don't acknowledge it afterwards, then yeah, we're probably going to assume not interested. It's okay if you're being respectful, but you might want to like let the person know that's your game, or yeah, they're going to assume that you're just friends. Respect's fine. There was another person that I dated. Hopefully, you're not listening to any of this. You okay? No. Um, who was very like vulgar when we played games online and stuff, like very vulgar and didn't mind talking about anything. But then he acted so like shy and bashful. Um, it made me assume he wasn't interested. But there was other weird things about that date. Communication is the only way you're going to get what you want. So, people need to quit being so shy. I intimidated him. No, I didn't. Your butt's gross, my son. Yeah. Have to move this over here. All right. Ava, Kumax, Ava, or Max, or whatever you prefer to be called. A general. Can you shuffle? Or a love reading. We'll see what the cards have to say. Hopefully you can still hear me okay. I've moved a little ways back from the mic because Tyson is in my arms now and he is giant. And poopy. Giant poopy. You know you want a love reading. I don't know. Love readings are scary. Oh, thank you. All right. General reading. Would you stop? Also, the kitty cat kind of moved my camera a little bit. I can't figure out which way is straight. Okay. Is that right, Tyson? Ugh. The Hierophant is not, well, yeah, the Hierophant we don't like to see when it comes to love. We don't like to see a Knight of Cups either in reverse when it comes to love. So maybe it's just a general. Let us contemplate the message. The Queen of Swords and the Tower combined, and the Hierophant, let me tell you, if you have not already gone through a very hard lesson learned, then that is up-a-coming for you. There is a hard lesson here. You may have not been using your best judgment in a certain situation, or maybe you weren't as direct as you should have been because maybe you thought that was the right way to do things. But this is a time for you to kind of, well, we say the Tower in reverse is about reclaiming your space. So it is kind of an opportunity that you need to step up. And the Hierophant we can see as like humbling yourself. You know, saying that you don't know everything, saying that there are still things that you need to learn in life or in this specific situation. You may need help getting yourself out of whatever this may be. But when we have that Knight of Cups in reverse, it could be that we can't really rely on just ourselves to bring things right, or it could be that we don't really know who it is we can rely on in order to help get things right. But I think the idea here is it's okay not to know. It's okay to stumble a little. You're trying to figure things out. You're trying to learn. And if you have no one to learn from, it's going to be a more difficult road. But it doesn't mean that you won't figure your way out. It just means that there may be some struggles that you're just going to have to grin and bear until you figure it out yourself. So I would say here, don't judge yourself. Don't knock yourself down. Don't be too hard on yourself. Because again, this is the time for you to learn. So the best thing you can do is to try to learn so that you don't regret this period of your life. Ew, is that a whisker? Our cat whiskers, good luck. All right, I don't know where we left off on here, but like I said, just don't be too hard on yourself. And just take this time to learn what you need to learn. Because you're going to be a different person in the future. What you gain out of these experiences is going to be most important. So be kind to yourself, be patient, and just keep thinking how you can do better, or how you can improve, how you can get to where you want to go. You're figuring things out. That's what I got for you. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. I'm scratching his itchy spot. And a good luck charm. What is that? Stained glass. Ah, the stained glass is a good one. And the wine glass. So the stained glass is, you know, how things don't always look, don't always make sense if you're looking at all the little pieces. It's really about the whole picture. When things come together, it'll be more clear, it'll make more sense. The wine glass is about just being genuine, being transparent. You know, and that's a part of letting people know when and if you need help. Like, don't try to hide from things that you don't understand or that don't make sense to you. Because the more help you get outwardly, the easier it'll be to figure out the big picture. Tyson. Well, I don't know, guys. We may just want to end things early. Really? Aw. I think Tayson's ready for bed. Garbo, you want to ask a question? No. Okay. 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 I guess we will end the stream here. Maybe one day people will want tarot again in the winter months when it's cold and we're looking for human connection. I guess this is good night.